Peace, everybody. We're going to start off in mountain pose or Tardasana. We're going to stand at hip width apart. We're going to lift our toes up off the floor and place them back down for a solid foundation. Ensure your knees are not locked. You're going to roll your shoulders back, standing nice and tall. Engage that core and feel nice and strong in this position. We're just going to stand here and breathe for a little while. Give yourself permission to relax. And inhale and exhale. Feel free to place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly, just to give yourself a sense of more presence in your space. And know that this is your practice. You're not in competition with anyone. It's just you and me. Just giving yourself the gift of yoga today. And feel free to breathe. Feel free to set an intention as well. Whatever you wish to bring to you today, just manifest it, bring it to you. And when you're comfortable, we're going to start with a breathing exercise. Now, this exercise is not recommended for anyone who has high anxiety. So if you do have high anxiety or if you do suffer from it, feel free to just continue to breathe, inhale and exhale for yourself. Breathing, your belly lifting up and down as you inhale and exhale. For those of you who wish to do the breath of joy, please follow me. I'm going to demonstrate first, and then we'll do, let's say 3 to 5. Let's see how we feel. So we're going to start with our arms at our sides, and then we're going to take sips of breath as we move our arms up and down. So here we go. Sip up, shoulder height. Then we're going to come back down with our arms. Sip to the side, eagle arms. Sip up. And as we come down, we're going to exhale out of our mouths. Now feel free to give that a really big So let me show you one more time. We're going to do it together. So now you should be feeling all tingly on the inside, all the joy. Now let's begin. Now that we warmed our bodies up just a little bit, we're going to continue to warm our bodies up. So let's do some neck exercises, some shoulder things. We're going to wiggle our bodies. So we're going to begin by lifting our chins up to the sky. I'm outside. So if you're inside, lift your chin up to a ceiling and down to your chest as you exhale. Up to the ceiling, inhale, and exhale your chin down to the ground or your chest. Up to the ceiling, inhale, and exhale down to your chest. One last time, inhale up, and exhale down. Now let's come back to neutral. Let's begin to roll our shoulders. Roll them backwards. Let's start off with little circles at first. And then as we progress, we're going to get bigger and bigger. Don't be afraid to roll those shoulders. Just get it all out. Roll it, and breathe, breathe. All right, now our shoulder rolls are going to start to get smaller and smaller. And breathe. And then let's go forward. Inhale, exhale. Small circles at first. And as you go, just get bigger and bigger. Take notice in your body, how it feels. If you want to do some more of these, just keep going, because I need it too. Alright, wiggle it out if you want to. Now we're going to start to swing our arms back and forth. Remember when you were a kid and you used to just go like this? And it would be so much fun. Well, we're about to do that right now. So we're going to start off with little swings. Just let your arms swing back and forth as your torso moves from side to side. And as you swing, you're going to get bigger and bigger. and bigger. Feel that tension leaving your body and your torso. Warm up your spine a little bit. And then as we go, we're gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller. And slower and slower and slower. Until we come to a stop. Now let's do some hip rolls. Let's go and circle them hips. Feel free to put your hands on your hips. Circle those hips. Make sure your knees are not locked. Don't be afraid. I did forget to mention, if we do something during this exercise or flow that your body does not agree with, please don't do it, girl. Just listen to your body. If your body says, nope, I ain't doing it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. All right, now let's go to the opposite direction. Roll those hips. Feel those hip joints moving. Breathe and breathe. All right. Now let's put your hands on your knees and do the same thing with your knees. Roll those knees. You might feel a little stupid doing this. I mean, you don't look stupid though. You're working your body out. Your knee joints need it. And now let's do the opposite. Breathe. All right, let's stand back up into Tadasana or mountain pose. Now let's roll these ankles. Roll them around. We're going to do both directions. Let's do the opposite side or the opposite direction. Doing all right? I hope so. If not, just, sit down for a little bit and come back to it. Opposite side. Sorry, I forgot to direct you. All right, we done warmed up our bodies. Now let's get to working. So what we're going to do is get down on the floor and start a little exercise here. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to start off in forward fold. So we're standing back in mountain pose. Toes up, spread them out, lay them back down on the floor. Knees are not locked. Roll those shoulders back. Stand nice and tall. Inhale your arms up above your head. And exhale, forward fold. Bend at the hips now. Forward fold. It is okay to bend your knees. The goal is to get your chest and your belly toward your thighs. Let yourself dangle here. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Feel free to grab the opposite elbow for further stretching your shoulders. Feel free to swing back and forth. And now bend your knees as much as you can to get your hands on the floor. And start to walk your hands up to come into downward dog. So the goal is to make a V shape with your body. You want to make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Your hips are up in the air. It's okay if your feet are up like this. That's cool. If they're down like that, that's also cool. Downward dog. And now let's slowly inch our torso and our full body towards the front of our mat into plank. And we're going to do this repeatedly. So dynamically, we're going to shift our body back into downward dog and into plank. Let's do this 2 more times. Downward dog, plank. Downward dog, plank. Now let's chaturanga down. That's where you slowly lower your body down to the ground. Keep your elbows tucked into your body. Tops of your feet meet the mat. And raise your chest up into cobra. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. If you like, you can come into bull cobra. So press up with your arms. Keep your feet and legs on the mat. And lower down, breathe. Toes meet the mat. Push yourself up and into downward dog. Now, let's come into our knees to nose, or knees to elbows, or knees to chin. Let's see what we do. So we're in downward dog. Now let's begin by lifting up your left or your right leg up into the sky for three-legged dog. Bend your knee and bring it up to your chest. It was the chest. All right. Now let's come back into three-legged dog. Breathe. Let's do 5 of these. This is 2. Three-legged dog. Don't forget to breathe. 3. Engage that core. 4. Don't forget to breathe. 5. Lift up into three-legged dog. Now bring your knee up to meet your right hand for high lunge. Gain your balance. Take a moment if you need to. If you want, you can put that knee down just for a little rest. And come up into high lunge. Feel free to put your hands on your hips. And extend your arms up into the sky. And breathe. Now let's make your belly meet your thighs. Hands on the ground. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Back into downward dog. We're going to do the left side now. If you'd like, at this moment, you can take a child's pose, or you can continue on with me. So let's do it. We're going to do knee to chest. So inhale your left leg up into the sky. Bend your left knee. Left knee meets the chest. Come back into three-legged dog. That's 1. Knee to chest. Breathe. That's 2. Knee to chest. 3. Knee to chest. 4. Knee to chest. 5. Back to three-legged dog. Bend that knee. Left foot. Left hand. High lunge. Bend the knee if you'd like. Come on in to high lunge. Make sure your knee is above your ankle, right above. You want to make a 90-degree angle. Gain your balance. Slowly come up. Inhale those arms up. High lunge. And breathe. Bring your hands back down to the ground. Left foot meets the right foot. Let's plank it out real quick. We're working on our cores today. All right, now bend those knees to the ground. Let's give your arms a little rest. So what we're going to do is make sure our toes meet the mat. We're going to slowly push our hips back. Not all the way down, not like child's pose. Then we're going to bend our arms so that our hands meet in the center. And we're going to come into puppy pose. So continue to inch your hips back. And if you can, lay your forehead on the ground or on your mat. Now once your hands are together in the front, you want to bend your elbows so that they come behind your back for a nice little forearm stretch. Or tricep stretch, my bad. This is puppy pose. Now release. And let's come into dolphin. So let's inch our torsos back up. Untuck your toes and lift those hips up into the sky for dolphin. Feel that stretch in the back of your legs. Shoulders away from your ears. And breathe. All right, let's bend those knees, put them back on the ground. Keep your arms on the mat and slowly inch your hips back down towards your heels as far as it may go. If you're up here, that's cool. If you can come down, that's also cool. Child's pose is a resting pose. So we're just going to sit here for a moment. If you can get your forehead on the mat, go ahead and rest. If you want to rest your arms, you can place your arms at your sides instead of above your head. Rest your arms and your shoulders. And just breathe. Do a quick body scan. See how your body feels. Relax into the pose. Give yourself permission to chill. Thank yourself for moving your body today. Hey, this was a great idea. And also while you're down here, think about anybody you love so much that you want to send love to. Send out those good vibrations to those people that need it or that you want to have it. Send it out to the world for real, because geez Louise. Okay, just breathe. And when you're ready, you can find your way back up into tabletop. So while you're in tabletop, you want to make sure that your knees are beneath your hips, or hip width apart. Your wrists are beneath your shoulders. Tabletop pose. Let's do some cat-cow. We probably should have did cat-cow before we did all that, but it's okay. So let's inhale. What you want to do is poke your chest out towards the front of your mat and lift your hips up. Your belly goes down towards the mat. Inhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Round out your back. Tuck your hips in and roll your shoulders up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's come back to tabletop. Alrighty then. So let's get back into a forward fold. Find yourself however you may get up. Go ahead and get up. So I'm just going to do it like this. And come into forward fold. Let your head hang, your shoulders hang. Swing left to right, right to left. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Place your hands on your hips. Come up halfway. Slowly come up into Tadasana, or mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. Shake it out if you need to. We are going to come into some balancing poses now. I'm going to turn around so you can see. So let's come into mountain pose. Shake it out. Lift those toes up off the ground. Make sure you're standing at hip width apart. Lift those toes up. Spread them out. Place them back down. Make sure your knees are not locked. Roll those shoulders back away from your ears. Engage that core. And breathe. So we're going to do eagle pose. We're going to start off in eagle, and then we'll do eagle crunches. And I'll show you a little modification for this as well. So what you want to do, make sure your knees aren't locked. Shift your weight over to your left leg. Bend that left knee if you need to. Begin to bend your right knee and place your right thigh over your left thigh. You can stay here if you'd like. This is a modification. And bring your elbows and palms of your hands together. Focus on a point in front of you so that you can keep your balance. And stay here if you'd like. This is a modified eagle. If you'd like to do the full eagle, begin to wrap your foot around your shin. Place your right elbow into the cup of your left and try to get your palms together once you have your right elbow over your left. You should feel a stretch in your shoulders. And begin to lift your elbows up as far as you can get them. Don't forget to focus on a point in front of you to maintain your balance. And breathe. Oop, and if you come out of it, that is cool. If you want to come back into it, you can. Breathe. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. So let's inhale and exhale. Focus. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And come out. Shake it out. Let's do the opposite side. Come back into Tadasana. Make sure your knees are not locked. Shift your weight over to your right leg. Make sure that knee is bendable. Bend your left knee. Place your left thigh over your right. If you want to come into full eagle, please do. Please also make sure that you do what you did on the opposite side to balance out your body. If you want to come into full eagle, come on. Maintain your balance by focusing on a point in front of you. Lift those arms up. This time it's left elbow into right. Palms meet, or it's here. Whatever you're most comfortable with. Lift those elbows up as far as you can get them. Focus and breathe. Let's inhale here. Ooh, if you come out, that's cool. Clearly, I'm not focusing. All right, let's breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's release. Shake it out. Now I'm going to show you some crunches, but we're going to do them on the floor. Usually I do them standing up, but I don't feel like it today. So we're going to get on the floor. On our backs. However you find yourself on your back, please meet me there. All right, we're on our backs. Now let's do the same thing we did standing up. So if you did full eagle, you want to wrap your legs around. If you did modified eagle, it'll look like you're crossing your legs. Right now we're going to keep them on the ground. And then we're going to do eagle arms. Right over left. Palms meet, or they're here. Let's see how difficult this is. I've never done this before, so I'm trying it with you guys. Lift those elbows up. And let's see how hard this is. All right. Don't forget to breathe. And let's crunch. So you're going to lift your torso and your legs towards each other. Inhale. I'd exhaled, but exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All right, let's let go and do the opposite side. Right over left. Full eagle or modified. Left over right. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale as you release. So let's inhale Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Let's do one more. Exhale. Inhale. Release. All right, let's get into this boat pose. So go ahead and sit up. It's best to roll onto your right side and lift up. You want to ensure that your back is as straight as it can get. Find a comfortable spot on your sit bones. I'm going to show you modified, and I'm going to try to do full because I be struggling sometimes. So you want to make sure you find a comfy spot on your sit bones. Use your hands to support your weight as you lean back to get into boat. I think we might want to find a focal point in front of, ourselves here too, just to maintain balance. Because what we're going to do is lean back our torso and begin to lift our legs up off of the ground. And if you're feeling frisky, extend those arms. This is half boat. If you want to do full, you would stretch out your legs. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, y'all. Stretch out those legs. I'm going to stay at half and breathe. Engage that core. Focus. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And release. All right, guys. Now let's come into staff pose. Get on those sit bones. Find a comfortable space there. Place your arms at your sides. If you want to, you can bend your knees a bit, just to give your knees a little rest. And let's inhale your arms up above your head. And exhale, lean forward at the hips. Your hands are going to land wherever they meet as long as your back is straight and not round. Straight back. If you're up here, that's cool. If you're up here, that is also cool. So go as far as you can feel a stretch and as far as your body will let you. Listen to your body. It knows best. With continuous practice comes the flexibility. You don't have to go so far right now. It's okay. And breathe. And as you exhale, try to go deeper if you can. If your body wants to, go ahead and do it. So let's inhale and exhale. Try to go deep. Inhale. Exhale. Try to go lower if you want. Bend those knees if you need to. And slowly walk your hands up. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears as well. Roll them if you need to. Shake it out. Do whatever feels right for your body right now. All right. So let's work on our hips, y'all. So let's come into butterfly. You want to make sure you bend your knees in front of you so that the bottoms of your feet meet. If not, you can grab a block. Unfortunately, I forgot mine. But you can put a block in between the bottoms of your feet. Have them there. Make sure your back is nice and long. Get comfortable on your sit bones. Grab those toes and stretch those hips as much as you can, as much as your body allows. If you want to, you can flap those wings and breathe. You want to make sure your shoulders are also away from your ears. And breathe. Flap, flap. All right. So let's spread our legs as wide as you can get them. You can bend your knees if you like. Flex your feet so that your toes are pointing towards you. Make sure your back is nice and straight. Inhale your arms up. And exhale as far as your hands may allow, or your torso or your body allows. As long as your torso is nice and straight, your back is flat. Feel that stretch in between your hips. And breathe. Remember, same thing as staff pose. As you exhale, try to go deeper. So let's inhale. Exhale, try to go deeper. Do what your body allows. Inhale. Exhale. Try to go deeper. And don't be afraid to breathe out of your mouth. Ain't nobody smelling your breath. Your breath smells fine. It's okay. Inhale. And exhale. Deeper if you can, if you want to. Just breathe here for a moment. And when you're ready, you can begin to walk your hands back up. And breathe. Okay. Now, let's get on our backs and do some things there, huh? So, let's come into bridge pose. This is where we want to make sure our knees are hip width apart. Our feet are on the mat. We're going to lower our backs down to the ground. Our arms are right next to our bodies. You want to make sure your neck, you want to make sure your head, the back of your head, and your shoulders are flat down on the mat. Just come into bridge. So once you're stable here, let's lift your hips up off of the ground. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hips down to the ground. Let's do 5. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Was that 5? I can't remember. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right. Now let's settle down on our backs. What we're going to do is keep our knees bent. I'm going to lift up our right leg. Place our right ankle on our left knee. Lift up your legs together like so. Use your hands to grab the outside of your left thigh and pull your left thigh toward you to do figure 4. This is a modification or an alternative to pigeon pose for anyone who may have hip or knee problems. This is a good stretch. You can also straighten out your leg if you like. Flex your foot for a deeper stretch. This feels really good, for me at least. If your body is saying, nah, don't do that, then, just come into child's pose or whatever pose you feel most comfortable in. You can just have a seat, have a drink of water if you like. Do what feels comfortable for you. Yoga is not about achieving an asana or a pose. It's about being present in the moment, being mindful of where you are, and being aware of how your body feels. So let's come out and do the opposite side. Feet come back to the mat. Knees are still bent. Left ankle meets right knee. Lift both legs up. Grab the outside of your right thigh. Pull those legs towards you. If you straighten out your leg on the left side, you got to straighten out your leg on the right. Flex that foot. Stretch it out. And breathe. All right, let's come out. Let's bring our feet together. This is coming to an end of our session today. Let's come into supine butterfly. That's what I like to call it. I think that's the real name for it. Put the bottoms of your feet come together. Your legs are spread open. Your knees are bent. Place your right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly. Relax. Give yourself permission to chill. And just breathe. And do a body check. Do a body scan and see how your body feels in comparison to the beginning of our session. Give yourself permission to chill, breathe, and just be in the moment. Recognize that you deserve everything you gave yourself today on the mat, and that you also deserve peace and love and light and happiness. Say thank you to yourself. And just breathe. And whenever you're ready, you can close your legs together. Roll over to the right side of your mat in fetal position. Breathe. Whenever you're ready, come on into easy pose. That's crisscross applesauce. Make sure you support yourself with your hands. Oh, look at me, I'm facing backwards. I'm gonna turn around. Go ahead and cross your legs or sit in the most comfortable position for you. Inhale your arms up above your head. Bring your palms together into prayer. Palms meet your forehead. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Palms come down to your heart. I bow to you. Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Thank you so much for viewing my video and allowing me to teach you today. I love y'all. Peace out.